Hello everyone, good day for all. Welcome back to yet another episode of Ayurveda Samveda, a smart way to Ayurveda. I am Dr. Kavya Vasudev and you are watching series on Padartha Vijnana. Please subscribe to my channel and enable the bell button for continuous updates in Siddhanta. We have started with the discussion on Shat Padartha and started with the Dravya. And we have seen the properties of the Navakarana Dravya, that is Panchamahabhuta, Atma, Mana, Kala and Dik. If you have not watched those videos, please click the I button to access them. Moving with the next Padartha, that is Guna. Guna is one among the Shat Padartha and Guna is having the Samavaya Sambandha with the Dravya. All the Dravyas are having Guna. So the substances which are having Guna and Karma is considered to be a Dravya, and this Dravya is having the Samavaya Sambandha with this Guna and Karma. So Guna is always associated with a Dravya. Guna is not having a particular existence, it is existent in the Dravya itself. It is taking the Ashraya in the Dravya and it is having the close association with the Dravya. That is, it is having the Samavaya Sambandha with the Dravya. Gaunatvat Guna Saknyaka. The word guna is derived because of the gaunatva, that is, which is very negligible or very small, and this guna is taking ashraya in dravya. So this guna or this padartha is being told after the concept of dravya. So all these dravyas are having guna and this guna is taking ashraya in dravya. So guna is considered to be comparatively less superior than this Guna, or Dravya is considered to be more superior than Guna. So Gaunatva property is there and this is considered to be very negligible, and this Guna is taking Ashraya in the Dravya. The word Guna is derived from Guna Amantrane, that is, which attracts is called as Guna. Amantrana means which attracts, so what which attracts is called as Guna. Gunyade amyantrayate loka anena iti gunaha. The character by which the loka or the people will be attracted towards is called as the guna. So whatever dravya is there, based on the guna of that dravya, everything will be getting attracted. Or whatever dravyas we take, for whatever uses we are using a dravya, this is because of the particular guna or the character or feature which is present in that particular dravya. So the guna is that which attracts the people towards the dravya. Gunyade badhyate anena iti gunaha. That which binds a substance is called as guna. By attracting or by seeing the properties of a particular substance, we will be getting binded towards a thing or we will be getting attracted towards a thing. So that property which attracts towards a substances or which bind as towards a substance is called as guna. Lakshana of guna. Samavayitu nischeshtaha karanam gunaha. That which is having the samavaya sambandha with the dravya and also which is nischeshta, that is, which is not doing any activities, and karana for the origin of the same qualities is considered to be guna. For example, we are using dravya for the management of the diseases or management of the dosha. So it has been mentioned that Samanya Vishesha has to be adopted, and when the doshas are or dhadu or malas are attaining the Kshaya Avastha, we have to use the Samana Guna Dravya. That is, by using the Samana Guna Dravya, that particular guna will be increased, and by opposite gunas are being used, it will lead to the Kshaya of that. So that way guna helps in improving or increasing the same qualities in a substance. So the thing which is having the samavaya sambandha with the dravya, which is nischesha or is not doing any activities, and it is karana for the other gunas or utpatti of the samana gunas, that property we call it as guna. Atha dravyashrita jneya nirguna nishkriya gunaha. So guna is dravyashrita, that is taking seat in the dravya or it is dependent on the dravya. And nirguna, that is devoid of any guna. Guna is not having any guna, and nishkriya, it is devoid of karma or kriya. It is not doing any kriya or karma. So dravyashrita, nirguna and nishkriya are the lakshanas of guna. As per Vaisheshika Darshana, द्रव्याश्रय गुणवान् संयोग विभागेषु अकारणम् अनपेक्षा इति गुण लक्षणम्. So guna is called to be dravyashraya, that is depending on the dravya. It is aguna, it is not having any property, and samyoga vibhageshu akaranam, and this guna is not responsible for the samyoga and vibhaga of a dravya. Some other factors are responsible for the samyoga and vibhaga, that is the union and disunion of the substances are happening because of certain other factors, and this guna is not responsible for the samyoga and vibhaga. So the properties of guna are, it is dravya ashrita, it is aguna, and akarana for samyoga and vibhaga. Vishwalakshana gunaha. So guna has all the qualities, all the qualities such as shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha or snigdha, guru, such all properties are present for a guna. That is, all the properties which is present in this universe can be attributed as guna, and so that we can't generalize the guna. So it is called as Vishwalakshana gunaha. That is, each guna is having a different lakshana. So we can't generalize it, and it is called to be Vishwalakshana gunaha. So the total guna of lakshanas of gunas can be considered as, it is dravya ashrita, it is nirguna, nishkriya and vishwa lakshana. That is, it is dravya ashrita, it is depending on the dravya, or it is taking ashraya on dravya, and it is nirguna, it is not having any properties or qualities, it is nishkriya, it is not doing any action, and it is vishwa lakshana, all the things are having the guna. Enumeration and classification of guna. As per Ashtanga Sangraha, it has been mentioned regarding the three gunas, that is, three gunas are called to be Mahaguna, and they are Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. These are the gunas of Manas, and they are called as Mahaguna, and they are 3 number, and they are Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So this is as per Ashtanga Sangraha. As per Kannada, there are 17 gunas mentioned. They are Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha, Sankhya, Parimana, Prithakva, Samyoga, Vibhaga, Paratva, Aparatva, Buddhi, Sukha, Dukkha, Ichha, Dvesha and Prayatna. So these are the 17 gunas mentioned by Kannada Maharshi: Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha, Sankhya, Parimana, Prithakva, Samyoga, Vibhaga, Paratva, Aparatva, Buddhi, Sukha, Dukkha, Ichha, Dvesha and Prayatna. Vaisheshika Darshana has 24 gunas. All the 17 gunas which has been mentioned by Kannada Maharshi has been added. Along with that, Prashasthapada has added 7 more gunas, that is Dravatva, Gurutva, Sneha, Samskara, Dharma, Adharma and Shabda are added, and thus total 24 gunas are mentioned in Vaisheshika Darshana. So the 24 gunas as per Vaisheshika Darshana are Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha, Sankhya, Parimana, Prithakva, Samyoga, Vibhaga, Paratva, Aparatva, Buddhi, Sukha, Dukkha, Ichha, Dvesha, Prayatna, Dravatva, Gurutva, Sneha, Samskara, Dharma, Adharma and Shabda. As per Ayurveda, 41 gunas have been accepted, and they are Sartha Guna or Vaisheshika Guna, they are 5 in number. Gurvadi Gunas, they are 20 in number. Buddhi Prayatnanda Guna or Adhyatmika Guna, they are 6 in number, and Paradi Guna 10 in number. Thus 41 gunas are being accepted in Ayurveda. The 24 gunas which is told by Vaisheshika Darshana is present in Ayurveda, and other than that certain other gunas are also accepted in Ayurveda. So Sartha Guna or Vaisheshika gunas are 5 in number, Gurvadi Guna 20 in number, Buddhi Prayatnanda Guna or Adhyatmika Guna 6 in number, and Paradi Guna 10 in number. Sartha Guna or Vaisheshika Guna, these are 5 in number, and these are the Vishesha or Vishayas of the Artha. That is Sartha, that is the Indriya Arthas, or the Vaisheshika Guna term is given because of the Vishaya. These are the Vishayas of Indriya, so they are called as Vaisheshika Guna. And they are 5 in number related to each Jnanendriya, that is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha. So these are called as Sartha Guna because they are the Indriyarthas, and they are called as Vaisheshika Guna because they are the Vishayas of the Indriya. So this Sartha Guna or Vaisheshika Guna are 5 in number, and they are Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha. Next is Buddhi Prayatnanda Guna or Adhyatmika Guna. They are 6 in number. They are called as Buddhi Prayatnanda Guna because it starts with Buddhi and ends with Prayatna. And also this is called as Adhyatmika Guna because they are the Guna of Atma, or these are the qualities of the Atma. So they are called as Adhyatmika Guna. And this Buddhi Prayatnanda Guna or Adhyatmika Gunas are Buddhi, Sukha, Dukkha, Ichha, Dvesha and Prayatna. So these 6 gunas are called as Buddhi Prayatnanda Gunas or Adhyatmika Guna. Next is the Gurvadi Guna. Gurvadi Guna, as already mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana first chapter, this Gurvadi Gunas will be helping for the management of the different doshas. And these gunas are also present for Vada, Pitta and Kapha doshas also. And especially we will be using these gunas for the management purposes. So the Gurvadi gunas are Guru, Lakhu, Manda, Tikshna, Hima, Ushna, Snigdha, Ruksha, Shlakshna, Khara, Sandra, Drava, Mridu, Kathina, Sthira, Sara, Sukshma, Stula, Vishada and Pichila. They are called as Gurvadi Guna because it starts with Guru, and these gunas are also called as Vimshati Guna as they are 20 in number. The 10 gunas are told and their opposite gunas are the rest 10. So as they start from Guru Guna, they are called as Gurvadi Guna, and as they are 20 in number, they are called as Vimshati Guna. So the Gurvadi Guna or Vimshati Gunas are Guru, Lakhu, Manda, Tikshna, Hima, Ushna, Snigdha, Ruksha, Shlakshna, Khara, Sandra, Drava, Mridu, Kathina, Sthira, Sara, Sukshma, Stula, Vishata and Pichila. Next is the Paradi Guna. Paradi Gunas are 10 in number, and they are called as Paradi Guna because it starts with the Guna called as Para. So they are Paratva, Aparatva, Yukti, Sankhya, Samyoga, Vibhaga, Prithakva, Parimana, Samskara and Abhyasa. So the guna which is starting with para, thus these 10 gunas are called as Paradi Guna, and these Paradi Gunas are very much useful in the management of the diseases or for the management of the doshas, and they are Paratva, Aparatva, Yukti, Sankhya, Samyoga, Vibhaga, Prithakva, Parimana, Samskara and Abhyasa. Today we have discussed the definition, Lakshana and the number of gunas accepted by various acharyas, and will be continuing the same topic in the upcoming videos. For more updates on Siddhanta, make sure you subscribe the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.